Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Marvel Legends Union Jack, which is part of the Hulk Build-A-Figure wave of Marvel Legends, which are not always Avengers because it doesn't say it this time, but that's what the wave was mostly. And this guy is one which kind of is a welcome addition. I mean, we already got a fairly decent Union Jack in the past. This one has obviously the updated molding, which lines up with all the other figures, mostly because it's using the same mold as most of the other figures. Is that a good thing? Is it a bad thing? I don't know, we'll get into that. So let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. This guy stands just about 6.5 inches, which makes him pretty close to 16.5 centimeters. And if you think that sounds familiar, it does, because we've seen this mold about 4,500 times. It is the Bucky Cap mold once again. Is that a good thing? Yes, it is. Is that a bad thing? Yes, it is. It's a good thing because it is easily one of their best molds. By far, one of the best Marvel Legends molds in terms of anatomy overall, out of all of them. Best overall proportions, probably out of all of their molds, maybe except for the Omega Red one. Downside, they've used it so many times, it's starting to look like a Bucky Cap collection rather than a Marvel Legends collection. So yeah, that's up to you guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Are you tired of it? And do you like it? Both. Could be a yes. That's how I feel. Anyway, this guy did have a decent figure before, but I do like the updated look. I like this mold for him, and they did a pretty good job. Like, for Hasbro, they don't typically do this well. What you're looking at right now, all those lines and paints, that's not something they normally achieve. But they seem to have done it. I like that. I like that a bunch. And when they do well, I'm happy to say it, because I would like for them to do well every single time. I have a little bit of a scratch back here, or extra paint, haven't checked, but either way, that's a bummer. But all in all, it looks good. It looks really nice. He's going to stand out on a shelf. He's going to stand out really well. There's no painting anywhere else. It's just that. It's just the chest and crotch, which is okay. Abdomen too. So obviously the eyes are also painted, and they are cleanly painted. They do have sort of a no one's home sort of look, kind of like what had that reason? Oh, Magneto. We have that kind of. It almost looks like a cheap cartoon's drawing of eyes. It's a little weird, but at the same time it's cleanly done, so I'm not too worried about that personally. They did a little bit of painting on the belt, very little, as in just the buckle. That's it. It's alright. Aesthetically speaking, it's nothing impressive other than this is really well done. And I think that makes up for the fact that the rest is all basically just reused parts with no paint. So I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. This is not something that's easy to achieve. That's a lot of straight lines on a lot of curved body parts. Very well done. I like it. Alright, as far as accessories go, we have his knife and we have his gun. And it's not that crappy gun that we've seen about 1 million of, so that's good. It's not the best gun sculpt we've ever seen, but it is something, so I'll take it. And the knife, yeah, we've seen that before a lot. So, not the most accessories. I'm going to give him only... I mean, he doesn't need any more, I guess, other than maybe some fist hands would be cool. So I'll give him a 6 out of 10. You know, for figures like this that have very few accessories, a pair of fist hands, it goes a long way, and it's not expensive because they already have the molds, and it's not hard for them to do that. So, yeah, I think we could have a little bit more. As far as articulation goes, it's nothing really surprising. Ball peg at the top of a hinge for the head. Good range. The head does sit a little bit higher than we're used to on this body, but proportionally speaking, it's well done, and it doesn't sit all that high, so I'll take it. Good range too. Shoulders, we are back up to horizontal. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Cross your fingers for your particular release. Swivel's fine, everything rotates fine. Double jointed elbow is standard, nothing surprising there. Wrist, swivel, and hinge. And then these guys are floating pieces. Ab crunch, let's see if it's working on this release. It goes back 1 notch. It's a little loose, goes back a few notches. Paint job is questionable, but I get why they did what they did, so that's okay. Waist swivel is fine, floating belt is floating. Hips do not want to move, huh? Uh-oh. Well, here we go. Let's see if the figure breaks. Okay, it didn't. Legs do work very nicely on this figure. Typically speaking, they do go back a little bit. They go all the way forward, and they don't go that far out to the side, but it's probably enough, I think. Thigh swivel is okay. Double jointed knee is fine. Shin swivel is fine. The reason I'm kind of just coasting through this is we've seen this body so many times. It's really just a matter of if something doesn't work this time. Ankles go all the way back and all the way forward, and ankle rocker. So yeah, pretty much what we should expect from this mold at this time. Final verdict for the Articulation, 7, 8, something 7 or 8 out of 10. Whatever you pick, you guys can choose. It's fine. It works well enough. We have a few issues here and there because this mold is getting old as hell, but it's been reissued recently, as far as I can tell, based on mold lines and functionality. So it's kind of like a new version of the exact same thing. Not retooling, just a new tooling of the same exact thing, as far as I can tell. Alright, so final verdict of this guy. Does this work? Good question. I don't know. I haven't been able to get mine to snap. If anybody else did, let me know. It doesn't look to me like it'll fit the gun in there and snap at the same time, and I haven't had any luck doing that. So let me know if you were able to. It's not like I've tried a whole bunch, but it seems to me like it doesn't work very well. Okay, so final verdict for this guy. Not a very impressive release, but nothing to let you down really with either. It's pretty solid. It's a decent, fair release. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It's not going to knock your socks off, but you're going to be happy enough if you wanted to buy it, and you did buy it. You won't feel disappointed. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you didn't enjoy this video, well, you made it to the end anyway, so thanks for being here and thanks for the view. And if you haven't subscribed, you might want to consider doing it because I do have thousands of videos already on the channel, all organized in very convenient playlists, and new videos coming out just about every single day. So make sure you come back for all of that good stuff, and in the meantime, keep collecting.